Hey everybody, happy November. We are back. Welcome to Wild Wednesday Live. I'm Raylene from Just Notions and I'm going to be your host today. For those of you that are just getting signed in, you know the drill. We like to do roll call. So if you'll go ahead and type in where you're watching from, it's always a lot of fun for Beth and I to go back and see those. And if you're new with this, that's what we always ask you to do at the top of the show. So don't be shy. Just type in the city and state where you're watching from. All right, before we get started today, I have a whole bunch of housekeeping stuff to do. So I'm going to start kind of going through my little big long list of notes here. First of all, our next live in-person show is actually next week in Tucson, Arizona, and that's November 10th through the 12th. Now, Beth will not be at that show, and Adele won't be at the show. Adele's booth will be, but Adele's actually split between two places next week. But I will be there with the booth. Ron, Annie, and I will be there waiting for you, and lots of your favorite Wild Wednesday vendors will be there as well. Again, that's next week, November 10th through the 12th. Now, to get all the information, location, everything you would need to know about the show, the vendors that are going to be there, the free classes that are offered, the make and take it's that the vendors will have, you can simply go to quiltcraftsew.com. And all the information for the show is right there when you first get right on their homepage for the Tucson show. Now, after that, the following week, November 17th through the 19th, is the Quilt Craft Sewing Festival in Puyallup, Washington. And Beth and Adele will both be there. However, I will not be at that one. But we will be going live from both of those shows like we normally do. So if you're new with us, on Wednesday, and the difference when we're live at a show is that the time is always going to be 3 o'clock local time. So wherever we're at, you just want to look up the local time. Now, if you're not sure when that is, if you just go to our website, wildwednesdaylive.com, our great webmaster, Ruthie, will always put up all the time zone clocks so you know what time to watch in your area. But when we're live at the show, we start with Wednesday at 3 o'clock, and we do a behind the scenes of setup day so that you can get a quick glimpse of who all is going to be there and all the fun things that are going to be available to see. Then on Thursday and Friday, we will also be live again at 3 o'clock each day, and we will interview some of our vendors that are there. And we usually try to select vendors that you haven't seen before on the show so that you see some new faces. So be sure and set your reminders for those. And then, of course, just like any of our shows, whether it be in-studio shows or live shows, if you're not able to watch live, it's always going to be on our YouTube channel afterwards. And that's, again, everything is Wild Wednesday Live. We kept that consistent with the name, so it'd be easy to find us wherever. Okay, we have lots of door prizes today, like usual. We have our normal great 5 gifts. So if you're new with us, what's going to happen later on in the show is we are going to give you a secret word. If you would like to enter the drawing, you just type in the secret word one time, and that gets you entered. Now, then about an hour and a half after the show, come back to our Facebook page, and I will post the winners as well as what you need to do in order to redeem your prize. You have until midnight on Friday to follow those steps to contact us in order to claim. Now, unfortunately, I need to say something that I really wish I didn't because I just don't understand. But if you don't want to win a prize, please don't enter. We have every week 1, sometimes 2 people who never claim their door prize, and we don't have time to go back and, pick a new winner, all that. We're just way too busy to do that. So I get it. Not everybody wants to be in a door prize drawing. Don't feel obligated if you don't want to win, okay? So again, I will be giving you that secret word later in the show, but just to kind of get you excited here, here's the prizes for today. We have a pair of Laurel Birch socks and linen towel from Beyond Interiors. We have a Christmas gift basket from Winter Designs. We have a rotary cutter and a package of replacement blades from Just Notions. And we have a Wild Wednesday gift bundle from Wild Wednesday. And we have something from Fabric Chicks, but I forgot to ask Beth what it was. So maybe she'll tell us later on when she's on the show. And one more thing before we get started, we just want to remind you that if you have questions for any of our vendors during their presentation, just jot them down real quick. We're going to bring them back on at the end of the show, and we'll ask all the questions at that one time, because if you have a question, chances are so does everyone else. If you type it in too soon, because these things are scrolling right now past me so quickly, I may miss it, and we don't want to miss your questions. So again, we just ask until you wait till the end of the show. We'll tell you when it's the right time. So real quick before we start too, I just want to acknowledge you got lots of people. I'm glancing over on the screen. I'm seeing hello, Raylene, a lot, but hi everybody. And oh, hi, Anna. Anna's usually our camera person when we're at live shows. She's from the Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surface, so we're glad she's on. We've got Jackie from Colorado, Suzanne from Massachusetts. Let's see. We've got Lori from Idaho. We've got Sharon from Oregon. We've got Albertina from Sacramento. Ron, can you go back a little further? We've got Corrine from Washington, Janet from Sacramento, Joellen from Phoenix, yay, Arizona, Beverly from Chandler, yay, Arizona again, Donna from Elk Grove, California, lots of California always. And then we've got my niece Becky says, hi, Grandma. So yeah, I guess we can go ahead and say that real quick. You guys have all known that we've been on grandbaby watch for a while with our first grandchild. And we're so happy to say that yesterday morning, about 11 o'clock Eastern time, our grandson Luca was born, 8 pounds, 1 ounce, 20 inches long, healthy as could be. Our daughter is doing well. They ended up having to do a C-section because he just didn't want to leave that cozy environment he was in, but she's already up and walking around, and they're just doing fantastic. So I thank everybody that I did hear from for your well wishes and things. I was going to try to show his picture on my phone. I didn't give Ron time to load a picture, but he's just perfect. He's precious, and I'm going to see, you might get too much reflection, but there you kind of see a little picture of Luca. So, okay, so enough about me for now. So today we're going to be bringing on our first person. We're always excited whenever I get this email that they want to come back on the show, because they always have such fun stuff. So we've got Julie and Leanne from Beyond Interiors. So we're going to bring them in. They've got a lot of great gifts to show you guys, because it is getting down to the wire. It's November. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. We're all going to run out of time making stuff ourselves. And even though they've got beautiful fabrics too, they are the best place to go for those gifts you need that are all ready to go. So hi, Julie, Leanne, it's good to see you guys again.
Great to see you too. And I just wanted to give a shout out both to you, Raylene, and Beth for doing this.
You're welcome.
All of us vendors, especially during COVID, during the time when we weren't in shows. But now that we've been back to shows, I also want to give a shout out to all the people who have stopped in our booth and said, oh my gosh, I've seen you on Wild Wednesday.
And isn't that fun to meet them face to face?
Meet all these people. Yeah, so I just wanted to thank the people and thank you guys for continuing to do this.
It's our pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Well, we're anxious to see what you've got, so we're turning it over to you.
Okay. Well, as you know, we sell a lot of Australian Aboriginal fabric, Japanese Hawaiian fabric, and a little bit of African fabric. And out of the fabric we sell, Julie, the excellent seamstress, has made a lot of items. If you wish to purchase on our website, you can do that. And we're just going to show a few of the things that we have made. If you have time, obviously you can order the fabric and make it yourself. So I'll start out with some of our table runners. This is an Australian fabric that Julie made, and it is a table runner, obviously longer than this, but I'm just trying to give you the pattern. And Julie will hold up the next one in a black and white. And then we've got kind of a Christmas one here that we're selling. And then some pot holders, so Julie can hold those up. And these are all made from fabrics that we sell or have sold. Obviously, it'll be depending on the fabric that's available, if you can purchase it, or if the fabric, or if we have it in stock. So now I'm going to show you some of the Aboriginal napkins that she has made, and maybe you can.
These patterns are incredible. They're very, very unique. They come in all kinds of color matches and swatches. They're just beautiful.
I don't know, I was doing this the wrong way, but anyway. And so these are just some of the samples of things that we already have made. And these are a set of 4 napkins. They're $20 each. Just, there we go. There we go. And then these are some very cool. This one happens to be an African fabric with some African animals, and the other one is sea turtles. And then we've got one with African masks, and this one is a Hawaiian themed one. This is kind of a very unique Laurel Birch fabric dog stocking that Julie made from some of her fabric that we no longer have, unfortunately.
But, I made one for my grand dog, and it was so cute that I made another one. It's just, the little faces are so darling.
And this is something that we have made recently. They're called pot lid grabbers. And what they are is it fits on your pot lid. It's just also decorative and also useful. So you don't have to pull out a big pot holder to take off the lid off of your pot. So this is the one that we have right now. We're in the process of making some more from some of the fabric that we've got. We usually have some in the Aboriginal fabric, and this one happens to be sushi from our Japanese Hawaiian line. So again, we are selling the fabric, and it's at a discount just for a couple of days because we're on Wild Wednesday, 20% off of any fabric that we have in stock. Now we'll start showing you some of the jewelry that Julie has made. These are all one-of-a-kind pieces, and maybe she can tell you what.
No, I always go the wrong way. There we go. These are absolutely fascinating. They are hand-blown lampwork beads, and I've combined them with art glass beads, Australian crystal beads, and just all kinds of vintage, interesting beads. We call it the alien spaceship because of the shape of the beads and the little swirl all the way around. If you wear it with something patterned, it blends in. If you wear it with something plain, it pops right out. So there are many choices. Here's a black and white. That's always really pretty. And a little Christmas one.
We call this our Dr. Seuss because it's a different kind of green and red. It's really a fun necklace. And these are all really one of a kind because of the types of beads that she uses on the necklaces.
And the same thing, we have a really nice choice of earrings. These are Venetian beads. Both of them actually are that style. And then we have, we don't match earrings for our alien spaceships. So we just usually put combinations, that are fun and interesting. And, we just make what we like. And they're just so cute, so happy. Everywhere we go, people go, "Oh my God, what's that? That is so cool." So we just feel like we've had a lot of fun throughout the ages.
So now we're going to show you our glitzy line of jewelry. Our attendees just love this jewelry, and these are some new necklaces that we have gotten in. They're all made in Guatemala. They're all very, very unique.
So this is an interesting, these are the same color. Oh my God. There. These are the same color, but look at how interesting and unique the rendition is. So one is a V-neck and one is a classic oval. And then here is the V in that pretty, pretty tanzanite and a pinky with a little bit of turquoise. Usually by the end of the show, I get it. Where to place it. Okay. Earrings, of course. These are absolutely just stunning on. They're so pretty. And these are just, everything we buy, we just buy because it's cheerful It's interesting. The patterns are unique. So this is the idea. So, and you can see we have a very large choice on our website of many, many different patterns and styles of our jewelry.
Okay, so we also carry a very wide array of women's socks, men's socks, and a few kids' socks. And we're just going to show you some of the newer socks that we have gotten in. A couple of these are the Laurel Birch socks. One is these butterflies. We have another one in seahorses. And these are some of our newer ones that we've just gotten in, colorful dots. We've got a couple. One is knitting and one is sewing. Now, this is the knitting.
Oh, sorry.
The knitting, and this is the sewing. That's Knitting Girl.
That's knitting.
And then
Right.
this one is the sewing.
Here we are.
Just for all you sewers out there. And these are new socks that we've gotten in that have been very popular at our last show. And of course, this has been very popular, RBG. And we've got some plants, like it's called potted cactus. And these are all women's socks, but we've got a lot more. Dogs, cats, all kinds of different patterns.
Sushi, lots of fun things.
So these are the men's,
Men's.
some of the men's socks that we've got. This is cocktails. We've got sushi coming up, and golf for all those golfers out there.
My personal favorite,
Pizza and beer.
and even more favorite.
Yes.
The
These
Tiki
are
Life.
The Tiki Life, the Tiki drinks. And these are just some of the patterns that we carry. We just thought we'd show those for the men that really like to ride bikes. We've got a couple of different color bike socks. There's a lot of men that are really into the biking. My son happens to be. So those are some of the men's socks that we carry. So again, just for the next couple of days, we are offering 20% off of all of our fabric, which is unusual. We usually don't do that. And you have an opportunity to make whatever you'd like, or if you want to purchase something that we've already made, or you want us to make something for you, as long as we've got the fabric, we're happy to do that. So I just wanted to let you know that. So you can use the 20 Wild as the code on our website, and you will be offered the 20% off. So we thank Raylene for letting us come on and for doing this. And we hope that you all have happy holidays.
That was great. I love all the new socks. Those were so cute. And I love the lid grabber things. Those are, when you showed those once before, I'm like, that's brilliant. We all need those things. So
Because a lot of times a pot holder is too thick and unwieldy.
oh yeah, and it's it's too rigid. Yeah, it's too rigid. And I'll end up grabbing the towel, and then the towel is, I'm watching, it's almost in the flame, and So, well, thank you guys. I hope you can stick around for questions at the end, and we'll be bringing you back in a little while.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good to see
Okay,
you.
guys, remember, they rarely do this. 20% off on fabric is a good deal, especially because their fabrics, again, are so unique. You don't find them in every shop at every show. So be sure after the show that you go over to their website and you check it out. And also, again, if you have any questions that come up that you want to ask them, just jot them down, and we will be bringing them back at the end of the show for that. Okay, so next up, I've told you guys before, every once in a while we have some scheduling snafus or whatever, and I'll think I've got the show booked, and then something happens, and every time that happens, I pick up my little phone right here and I start texting Linda Winter, and she's never told me no. So we're going to have Linda back on today, because she never runs out of ideas to share with you guys. Those of you that have known Linda, it's just a constant. I don't even know how she must not sleep at night, because she's always got new stuff. So we're going to bring on Linda from her lovely studio
Hi.
She has her new studio now that you guys saw last time she was on, and she's got a lot of fun stuff to show us. So I'm not going to chit chat with her, because I want you guys to get all your time with her. So
But you are going to interrupt me to let me know my time is up. Because
I just now looked at the clock to see what time you're starting, so that I can interrupt you.
Perfect. All right. So I wanted to do, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. We're in Florida. It's 80 degrees outside. I'm sweating. It's not Christmas at all, but my table is. So I decided to get some Christmas projects together for you guys to be able to get ready for it. I'm never early, so I've got a bunch of projects to share with you. Now, Christmas means celebration, getting together with family and friends. So there are going to be some practical gifts that you can make for everybody that's going to be around. And one of those things is something that everybody needs. Nobody wants to wear it, but if you make one for everybody, then maybe they actually will. The adult bibs. So this is a clothing protector. I used a man's shirt for this. There's the buttons. But what I want to talk about, though, is something that's a cool twist of this. So my template for this, I've got a huge one somewhere around. I'll grab it in a minute. The template gives you this, but maybe we want this to be a little more practical for people that really make a mess. So instead of cutting out the whole template, we're basically going to be cutting to here. And then you can add Velcro or snaps or just sew in a towel. So you've got this on, and I'm hoping it's not going to mess up with my mic. We've got this on here. So imagine when I'm cutting my template, when I grab the template, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to basically cut my fabric to here. And then this towel is going to be attached here. So this will go in my lap when I'm sitting down. And if you Velcro it in, you can take this off and on and put on another towel, because that's something that can be a real practical way to do it. And if you're going to do that, then grab your fabrics. I've got some Old Guys Rule fabric for my brother-in-law, because he's 10 years older than my sister and I have to give him a hard time. So make your fabrics coordinate with that person too. So it's kind of a fun way to be able to do that. I've got a bunch of other things for the kitchen too. You guys probably have seen this before. This is my little oven mitt. It's a clever oven mitt. And this guy is really simple to do. You can do it out of Christmas fabrics. The problem with Christmas fabrics is they're only going to use it so many times. So you might want to coordinate with your kitchen just in case. I love things like this where it's the pot holder, and I have a pot holder template. This guy here, we'll talk about the template and how it works in a minute, but stuff this full of whatever. But again, this is now a good time to audition different fabrics, and you could put something like this right here on the pocket. So you've got fabrics that feature characters, and that can be that pocket. So this is the kind of thing that I would love to do out of holiday fabrics, because you are saying, hey, this is for Christmas, it is for New Year's, it is for whatever. So that's a fun one to do, and they don't take long at all to do. This guy here is done with my 8-inch circle, and the circle template is just like this on the back side. All of my templates work exactly the same way. When you grab, you can see how it grabs that fabric. So when I go to cut whatever it is, no more using a paper template, no more making one of those Mylar templates where maybe it changes the size every time you go to cut. This, the no slip material is going to grab. So every cut is going to be exactly the same. These guys here, you know, we're not going to be eating a lot of ice cream probably in the wintertime because it's too cold, but hot stuff you can make out of my ice cream cozy. And again, pick your fabrics that's more winter related. But if you're going to make these for heat, then it needs to be 100% cotton, 100% no scrim, cotton batting, no scrim, 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton thread, no metallics in here. A lot of those pretty Christmas fabrics, they've got metallics in there. That's not safe for the microwave. So make these for the microwave for all of those hot items too. And that one whips up really fast and everybody loves those. So I want to show you a couple new things that I've got. I have a stocking template. And if we look back on my wall over here, you can see this is an advent calendar that my friend Beth made. Beth and Shirley, a couple years ago, we did a Christmas in July, and Beth made the advent calendar, and we stuck in each of those stockings a little note. So if you're doing this with a kid, with a grandchild, with whoever it is, put a note in there. Say something nice to someone else. Give an unsolicited compliment. You know, help your neighbor with their yard or picking up the trash or bringing their mail or whatever it is. So something that's kind of a pay it forward kind of thing. So those were done with this stocking template. The little stocking template has a fussy cut frame. So if you wanted to have frogs and dogs and bears and toads, or the Christmas, whatever, Santa and the sleigh right in here, I could do that with my fabric. You can see here how this gives me half on and half off. I can choose how it is that I want. When I find the look that I want, this would go inside. I remove that. That's the beauty of the fussy cut. And now I get exactly what it is that I want to cut. So this is the small stocking. I've had it for a while and I love that small stocking, but I decided I wanted a primitive style stocking. And that's what this is. This long stocking, if you're going to stuff it, you can use a cinnamon stick, some polyfill, whatever it is, and stitch this closed. And it makes a nice primitive stocking, or do it out of velvets and velours, the hot pinks, the hot lime colors, those kinds of things, and it becomes really modern. Same thing with the mitten. When my guy was making the templates, he's like, that's not going to fit somebody's hand. And I said, it's not supposed to fit somebody's hand. This is a mitten that you can have as like a stocking. And if you're doing garlands around your house, you can hang the stocking long, the regular stocking, the mittens, and then my gnome. I'm going to point back to here, and you can see my little gnome back there. My little gnome guy, he's a whole lot of fun to make too, and I put jingle bells on him. I like making the gnomes plain, and then you add embellishments throughout the year so you can kind of play with them. I'm going to pull this over too so you all can take a look at this little elf. This little elf was made by my friend Beth, and how adorable is that? This was made from the Burt Pad template. You can see the shape right here. That Burt Pad template, normally a Burt Pad, it would fold right here, but how adorable is that? Felt, jingle bells, all kinds of things for embellishment. This is all done by hand, just felt. You could even just use a little bit of rouge and just kind of scoot that on if you've got a little one that doesn't need to be putting things in their mouth. All right, so those stockings, I have one more stocking that I want you to see, and this is the paw stocking. We have a big paw stocking, and I love the paw stocking. It makes this size. And how cool is that? But maybe I want one that's even smaller. This can be a mug rug. This can be a hot pad. You can stuff it full. You can put doggy treats in there. This guy, you can see it has the etchings there. That'll give you the markings to do something like this. I made this to be a mug rug. So it's got batting inside of there and a little bit of Insul fleece so it can handle hot stuff and not worry about my table getting beat up. Add a hang tag on it if you want to actually use it as a stocking, but it's smaller. You can see the difference in the size. This is a real stocking that you would use as a stocking, but this one is a little bit smaller, so you can really play around with these. So the stockings are a lot of fun to do. We make an elf stocking, and this is the elf stocking. You can see how cute that is. And this is, again, out of your velvets and velours. You can have a lot of fun. This is our largest stocking, and this is not traditional Christmas at all. But you know, you've got those girls that love to not be traditional at all. So that would be a good one there. I love using coffee bags. And the coffee bags, this allows you, in whatever size you want, you can create a stocking. And maybe these are stuffed with all kinds of goodies, but maybe you're putting practical stuff, coffee and, nuts and all kinds of things. This would be a great stocking to give to a guy. I love taking clothing, and this was a bedspread. And you can see here, I've added a nice little, just a tassel that you'd have for curtains. But how pretty is that to reuse those old bedspreads that you have, or that you find at the garage sales and estate sales. The medium-sized stocking that I have is really my favorite size because this is the most practical. You don't have to stuff it so full, but quilt as you go. Crazy quilting, using up all of your scraps. This is a really fun way to be able to create. You can see this is the same as this, but look how much more fun that is. So you can really play with those. When I talked about the oven mitt, I don't know if you guys saw before, but I did this oven mitt, this guy here, and I made it a little bit bigger. I want to point this out. You guys have probably seen these kinds of things before. So we're grabbing out of the oven. We're grabbing off of the table. We're carrying to the table. What I want you to think about, instead of having the straight piece of fabric, this was done with my 8-inch circle on the edge and on the edge. What I want you to think about is having this attached. So this is narrower all the way around. So basically, I'm going to have an oven mitt and an oven mitt, and then have that in the middle. Did I have time to make this? Nope, I didn't. But I hope you can get the idea. So this would be narrower here. This would be attached here, and then you'd have another one attached on the other side. So that way you can grab, and you've got a little bit better traction with the oven mitts. So, and when you make the oven mitt, you can make it fit your hand. This is smaller, but I can really grab. So I like this size for me. but everybody has different hands. So when I do the video on this, I'll show you how to do those different sizes. I showed you all the towel toppers before. And so of course I have towel toppers for Christmas too, but I made a couple new ones. This is a towel that's not all that great, but this can be hung in the garage. It can be hung in the bathroom. It can be hung wherever. It still gets that idea across. And by the way, this right here, whatever towel you put, it's going to work basically. So when you're doing polka dots and plaids, buffalo plaid especially, it will work. I love stripes and polka dots and plaids and those kinds of things. That is the tab top. That tab top right now is my favorite. This one here, because you can play with your fabrics and have a whole lot of fun with that. This is probably the easiest one to make, and this is from my Mask Keeper. This is actually a little zipper case. You put a zipper up here, but you can turn it into a towel topper. And again, play with your fabrics for the holidays, especially when you're looking at all of the fun things that you could put in a gift basket too. Baked with Love. This is the apple core. And the apple core actually has a fussy cut frame now. So if you wanted to frame out peppermint stick and the gingerbread house and whatever it is, this fussy cut goes along with that too. So these are a lot of fun. There's another one. You can see this one, no button on yet, but you get the idea. I said that tab top was my favorite because I haven't done the video on this yet. So this may be my favorite coming up, and that is done with my dress. This dress top allows you to make these, and how much fun would that be to have? If you're going to be doing some baking or cooking with little ones in the kitchen, that would be a really good one to do and give as a gift along with some cooking kinds of things, some baking kinds of things. Now, you guys have probably made these snap bags. And I love making these snap bags because they're super simple. I'm basically just taking my fabrics, and this is one piece of fabric. And I've just sewn on some fleece here. I've added my tab here. My next step, I'm basically going to grab a piece of fabric for the back, and it's a little bit larger, about 2.5 inches larger, because I'm going to be putting in the measuring tape inside of there. And you can see how this is still loosey-goosey. So we're going to stitch this down. Once we stitch that down, then that turns into my next step, which is right here. This here, it's stitched down. Before I stitch up my sides, I'm going to put in my tape measure. Now, if y'all have done these before, you've probably seen this many, many times. Maybe, maybe not. Instead of one of these, take 2 of these, round off the corners and tape them together. And when you tape them together and you put them inside of there, what that allows you to do is that a whole bunch of times, and it will still close. If you only put one in there, it's not going to stay closed. It's going to stay open. And by the way, do you see I have some treats in there? So you can make one of these and put in all kinds of little goodies. I've got a nail care kit in there. What makes this really nice too, though, is that I boxed the corners. Now, I don't know if I have my Box It, Square It, Place It templates here, but my Box It, Square It, Place It templates give me perfect boxed corners. When we use these templates, I use the 1 inch, and I'm basically going to be sewing this side and this side. Once I've sewn, I'm going to put this template where my side seam is where I'm starting that edge right here. And I would trace that out because this is so thick. I would trace that out, and then I cut that out. And I place this over here and I trace that out. And then I cut that out. Once I've done that, that's going to allow me to get that boxed corner that you see here. What's nice about the Box It, Square It, Place It is there's 5 templates. That means there's 10 measurements, because you have a measurement here, you have a measurement here, but it also means that what you do here will be exactly the same as what you do here. No more, whoops, that one's a little bit crooked. That one's not exactly the same as this. They're going to be exactly the same, so it's faster and easier. I don't care who you give a gift to. They're going to be saying, if you do a little bag like this, choose the fabrics that are appropriate for them. You can see all these different fabrics that I have here that are all Christmas themed. Guess what these are from? Masks. Those fabrics that they printed for us to make masks. Maybe you bought some of these. These make these. See how that joins here? That's basically what that is. How cool is that? So you make this little bag and you put in not only something like this, but you put in a $20 bill or a $5 bill, or like my mother always did, $2 bills. We loved getting her $2 bills. They were so much fun. Since we're talking money for just a minute, Darla, if you all saw my video on Darla, all those projects that she did, Darla came up with this cool project. I've talked about it several times. She uses these two rulers. She had me design these specifically for this. This one makes this small one. This one makes this large one. You add the little carabiner, the clip, you stick the money in or you stick a check in and you hang that on the tree, and maybe inside of there is a note with their name on there. So this is dangling on the tree, and they see their name and they say, "Oh, I got some money." Everybody loves getting money at Christmas time. So this allows you to create, when I open that up, you can see it's one side of a zipper going all the way around, and then that boxed corner right there too. So these are a whole lot of fun to do as well. I mentioned the paw stocking earlier, and you saw the one that I did out of red, but these fabrics here, these towels here, this Minky here, another towel, all of those are great to do for that. Since we're talking about food, let me bring this over. I got a pecan pie today because I want you to see. Imagine this was hot right out of the oven. I don't want this to go on my table. I want it to go right in here. And this is my microwave bowl cozy, and this can protect your table surface. So you can use, this is a tea towel, and you can fussy cut that so you can see that's exactly where you want it to be. Now this is floppy and wimpy. The reason why? It's made for the microwave, 100% cotton batting, no scrim. If it had scrim in here, it would be really stiff and it would be holding up its shape. That's how we know that this is microwave safe. If it's really, really stiff, it's not safe for the microwave. If it flops down, then it's safe for the microwave. So if you are baking, not only make something for them, but make them a nice little carrier for you to put it in too. Beth and Shirley, a couple of years ago when we did the Christmas in July, they came up with a couple different ideas from some of the templates, and you can see this. This right here is a nice casing here, but it's basically the microwave bowl cozy. And this, when we pop that out, it's reversible as well. So you can fussy cut your fabrics too. This was done with the hexagon templates, and you can see how cute that is to put cookies and those kinds of things. I think everybody would appreciate, I'm going to put this right on top of the food. I think everybody would appreciate food at Christmas time. We get a whole lot of it, but if you've got your favorite recipe to do, then definitely. Just like favorite foods, give the hot cocoa. If you've got a specialty recipe for hot cocoa or for whatever kind of coffee drink, the coffee cozy. Here's the fussy cut frame, so you can put whatever it is exactly in there, but I actually put kits together. The coffee cozy kit right here, this is a take and make kit. You have everything you need to make this little guy. The apron that I have hanging right back here for little kids, I've got a take and make kit for that too, and that's this. It includes everything you need to make that. Since we're on that back wall, I'm going to grab this. Y'all know, some of you are gnome people and some of you aren't. I love gnomes. I've gotten into it, but this is my gnome stocking. And this template right here, if I can find it real quick, that comes from my petal. This 6-petal basket, you're actually going to sew 6 of these together and it turns into a really cute basket, but that's what made this for the beard. And this was a white pom-pom. I didn't have any tan, so I used makeup, just the powder to be able to do that. And you can make these so that they are usable, but you can make them in whatever size. Imagine a small template, the small stocking with the gnome. So those are a lot of fun to do. I mentioned the adult bib, and here it is now. So this adult bib, we're basically right here is where we would cut our fabric. We would put the edge of our fabric right underneath there. So if we were going to make this top, let's pretend that this is regular old fabric and I've got my straight edge, and there go my kitties. My kitties are playing chase. So imagine I've got nice fabric that works for this project that goes on the fold, and I'm basically going to be cutting around here, right here, and then I would attach that towel. I'll do a video on that. I've had lots of people asking for that, so that's going to be coming. And then, of course, all the storage pods. If you're giving gifts to little kids, sometimes it's just a little stuffed animal. This is a storage pod. Here's another storage pod, if I can get this over here. This one has a little handle, so find those cute little stuffed animals. These are actually for dogs. So if you've got somebody that loves dogs and kitties, then you can put dog toys in there too. Another storage pod for kids. Stuff this full of all kinds of goodies. This is one that Shirley made out of the dinosaurs, and stuff it with all kinds of toys that you know that little one would just love. And there's a smaller one that she made as well. So giving them as a set, having two together is always a lot of fun. For the adult, the storage pod becomes a really nice gift. Their favorite coffee, some cookies to make, and then a nice cup. If you wanted to fill this up with some hot cocoa or with your coffee that you like to make, my brother-in-law has a really great recipe for his coffee. So you can stuff this in these storage pods. The storage pods come in 5 sizes. They whip up super fast, and they're just really great gifts. The bottle template, I love the bottle bags. And one of the videos that I did, the Wild Wednesday Lives, way back when, I showed you how to make it smaller. You can add, again, hot cocoa in here or just this cup. You can also, if you've done favorite kind of popcorn or treats or whatever it is, you can make this and give a nice little treat bag and then add a tag on here, which is a whole lot of fun too. The circle template I mentioned before, that's this guy here. And you all have probably seen this if you've seen me talk about Christmas before, but I love making these because this, I'm cutting a circle. And then when I go to cut this piece, I'm basically going to be placing the template right on top. Can you see how when I cut that out, that's going to give me this piece here. So this allows me to cut the circle. And then when I place it on another circle, I'm basically going to be cutting that leftover piece out. This would go here. This would go here. You do your binding. And how cute is that? These, again, whip up super fast and easy. If you all are setting the table and you're going to be having dinner on a round table. I've never had a round table in my life. My dad has a round table now. And I said, oh my gosh, I need to make round table placemats. Because when you do round table placemats, on a round table, they will actually fit. If you have rectangle placemats, they won't fit. So imagine this on a round table and they will all fit. And these are super fast and easy. Make them reversible. You can do Christmas and Thanksgiving. You can do Christmas and New Year's, or you can do Christmas and Christmas like Shirley did here for me. All right. So I think I have covered a lot of what I wanted to show. How are we doing on time? Do I have another minute or am I done?
I was just going to jump in and say 1 more minute, so go for it.
All right, so this guy right here, this is a cute little tin. If you look, I have doodads, safety pins, beads, buttons, candy, and then a pin cushion. This is actually a kit. Somebody made one of these for me as a gift years ago, and I thought, how cute is that? So I have this kit that's available. It has steel wool, has your fabrics, lots of choices and lots of buttons, all of that ready to go. So you can make that. Candy's not included because I found candy melts when it goes in the mail. And then this is one of my favorite baskets. I've got a picture of my kitty cat sitting in it, and it's just a really fun one. Fill it with all kinds of goodies. The seam press is a really fun one. This is my open piece of my tape, but I love the tape that's the peel off tape to make everything perfect. Winterdesigns.com. You can head over to my website. WWL20 is my discount code. And somebody's going to win my Christmas goodie bag. It's a surprise. I'll post a picture later on of what it entailed. But I have a lot of things that are new and a lot of things that are on sale. So thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate you letting me jump in at the last minute for you and sharing some Christmas holiday with you.
Linda, thank you for always saying yes. Well, usually what she'll tell me, she'll say, oh, sure, I'm sure that's fine. But, oh, wait, let me check with Zeke. It's her cameraman. and he never says no. So as soon as she says, well, I just got to check with Zeke, I know she's coming on. I mean, I just go ahead and start planning for it because he never tells us no either. So we really appreciate him as well. But yeah, so hang around. I know there's going to be some questions and we'll bring you back on in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, lots of great inspiration from our first 2 vendors already. And I do want to mention, because I know every week we always have some first-time viewers, there's a lot coming at you guys all at once, and we understand that. So you may not have been prepared to write down their code or whatever. But if you just, after the show, go to wildwednesdaylive.com. Our wonderful webmaster, Ruth, will have everything posted from today. She'll have their discount, their website. I mean, it's really easy to find them. In addition, on our website, you should find a link to every vendor that's been on the show for the 2 years we've been doing it. Because, by the way, this month, it's 2 years we've been doing this show. So lots and lots and lots of information. If you ever have just one of those rainy days, you don't know what to do, just go on our website and start looking at everybody again and remember all those great projects that you thought you were going to do and then forgot about. So, but they're always there. And also, again, if you're confused about what time to watch us where you're at, when you go to the website, Ruthie always has all the different time zone clocks there. So you can just find your time zone and it'll tell you what time to set your reminder to watch, whether we're in the studio, which is our 2:00 Pacific, or we're in at a live show where it's 3:00 local time. All right. So our next presenter is someone you guys all know. It's actually Beth, my co-host and partner with Wild Wednesday Live. We did have kind of a last minute cancellation and I knew she didn't have time to do it, but I told her she had to anyway. And she said, okay. But she said, no problem. She would find a bunch of stuff to show you guys. But also too, I want to, before I bring her in, I just want to say, and she's going to remember to tell you this time too, she and I both always forget to remind you that after Wild Wednesday Live every Wednesday, well, actually, she has it every Wednesday unless she's at a show. She does a live sale, and let me tell you about the bargains. I have piles of stuff I've bought from her sale. So she's going to tell you how to tune into that. And again, that's not going to be until after our show, of course. And I think it's about an hour after we finish up. So you got time to go do a few things, run around, and then make that sale. All right, so let's bring Beth in. Is that the right camera, Beth, or you want the other one?
No, that's it. Perfect. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. And now that you mention it, I just looked up and you do have something in your basket. So I will get that shipped to you.
I don't even remember.
I'm going to wait till after today's sale, though, in case you add anything else to it.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So honestly, Raylene texted me yesterday and she's like, can you do a demo or something? So I do have a demo, but first I'm going to show you some quick projects that you can get ready for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And also I wanted to tell you that, and Christy is going to kill me. I hope she's not watching right now so that there's no swear words come across your screen. But we are doing, at Fabric Chicks, we're doing a 10-can pincushion exchange. So we have these cute, fun pincushions that were originally inspired by Virginia Robertson. And so you pick any tin can. You can go to Trader Joe's or wherever, get some cute, fun tin can. The only rule is you can't cover up the can. And then you add anything to it. So we've got an exchange going on. It actually just started a couple of days ago. So if more than two of you, because she's already given us our partners, but if more than two of you want to do it, you can let us know. We do have patterns to kind of get you jump started. So, and you guys can kind of ignore these numbers, although I know my people who watch me will probably be typing in numbers because they don't know how to follow directions. But I'm going to show you guys this later at 4. So if you join us at 4 o'clock on Fabric Chicks Facebook page, you'll be able to purchase all of these items during the sale. But we do have patterns for those. And if you want to join the exchange, let us know. You can go, we have a subgroup of the Fabric Chicks Facebook page. It's called Fabric Chicks Stitch Along. And you can join that. That's where we kind of post everything that we're doing. That's where all of the members who are on our page and who follow us and who, stalk us is what I say. But all of them, they post what they're working on and then they can all interact. Through COVID, that's just kind of how we kept and stayed connected. For my giveaway, because I know I'm going to forget, for my giveaway, I've got a kit for these fun Christmas patterns here. But if you, I should have put these in a better order. But if you if you want the panel is super fun and easy. We've got a kit for the pillows. Or, hey, girls, whispering you can't do. They don't realize that I'm live, even though they're standing 5 feet away.
We were whispering.
It doesn't matter. The microphone picks it up.
I'm sorry.
I know. I have to be so mean. And look, it's Lynn, my co-host from the 4 o'clock sale. She must not go back and watch it and know that all those little noises come up.
No,
Anyways, we have a placemat panel. You can make it into placemat, super quick and easy, guys. If you want to take something as a hostess gift for Thanksgiving, the placemat, super quick and easy. We've got these fun little Santa Clauses, these St. Nick's. They're just using recycled flannel and different things, just scraps, but they make a super cute gift. We've got the twig deers. Here's a fun table runner that you can do with the poinsettias. And if you know Virginia Robertson, she's always doing giveaways, making the patterns worthwhile. So this pattern is included in her 4-hour table runner pattern. So if you get this, you can make it in 4 hours if you're fast, but you also get the poinsettia. So that's a fun one. Or you could get this pattern also with the turkeys, and then put the turkeys in the big blocks if you wanted, or you could just make a turkey table runner. A lot of times we don't have great ideas for those people who have everything and you don't know what to make them or to get them. But Virginia Robertson has these chains, which are super cute. So this is a string of fish and a mermaid. And in her pattern, she shows you how to make the beads. So the beads are made with paper and a straw. So that's a fun gift, but then she also has the flock of wrens. So all of these patterns, all of these ideas and things that I'm showing you right now, you can go to our website and order them, or you can just join us at 4 o'clock. Super easy, because when you join us at 4 o'clock, all you have to do is just type in what you want as we're showing it to you, and then it magically appears on your doorstep. Here's some other really fun kid ideas. So we've got Little Red Riding Hood here, and it comes, it's a panel, super easy. You could even do this with your grandkids. It comes with the pillow, with the blanket, the little fox. So these panels will look like this, and we have safari animals, we have jungle animals, we have mermaids, we have so many different panels like this. But this is what the panel looks like. Oops, it's upside down. This is what the panel looks like. So you have that cute little quilt there, and easy to follow. Sorry, I moved too fast. Easy to follow directions there. So really and truly, it is a great idea to do with the grandkids. And here's one that is a little cute little mermaid, and she comes with a pillow and blanket also in her panel. We have lots of cute, fun stuff. We've got pouches, little sewing pouches. This is Kathy Holden's newest one. Super vintagey and cute, but that makes a great gift. You could put a gift card in it. You could fill it with sewing notions or whatnot. This is another one Ann Lindenmeyer demoed at our retreat. So you can go back to one of our August lives on a Wednesday. And I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday that she demoed this. And the ladies literally were making these cute little baskets in like 45 minutes to an hour. Super cute, super, you can fill it with goodies. And then let's see, that's the Christmas panel I already showed you. And of course, you know, we all love Amy and the diamond art. So here are some cute little Christmas cards you can do. It's the diamond art. The background is sticky. You just put the beads, the tools and everything are in there. So cute little Christmas cards. I had one gal say that she was going to make these during the football game so she could spend time with her husband, but actually be doing something productive. And then on the back, she was going to put what game it was that she was watching when she made it. And then cute little pillowcases. You can never go wrong with pillowcases. So we have fun little pillowcases. This is one of my favorites. It's a nativity scene, but it's a nativity scene that's made for kids. You're not going to worry about them breaking it. All the little people are stuffed and the animals are stuffed. They can open, it's all Velcroed. They can open it up and see there's baby Jesus. He's stuffed into his little manger here. And it's like the Little Red Riding Hood, super easy to make. So, the hardest part probably is the flex foam and making the house and turning it inside out. You just have to leave a little bit bigger hole so you can turn it inside out. And then we have so many things. If you want a quick handwork project, we have these cute little mugs. They're little, they could be little ornaments, but you can slip your little gift card in there after you do your handwork. So we've got kits for those. this is a fun little primitive gathering stacked tree ornament out of wool, but you could do it out of felt or flannel. So we've got cute little kits for that. Just fun stuff to get you guys in the spirit of Christmas. If you still need stockings, we have a fun panel. So here's a panel for these cute stockings. We embellished it with a few buttons and some crystals. And then the panel also comes with a pillow to make a gnome. So that's his back side, that's his front side. And the panel just is super simple. You could put front and back here and make one stocking. We chose to put a different backing and get two stockings out of the panel. I mean, the options are limitless. This is all going to be on this afternoon's sale. We've got finished aprons, gnome sweet gnome, cute little aprons with rickrack. I don't think I've ever gone through this many items so fast, but I know we've all waited till the last minute, so we've got to kind of get quick, easy projects. So everything we're showing you is quick. If you've got a grandkid, you can throw some red minky on the back of this panel. You could throw red minky on the back of this panel, and it would be great for a grandkid, especially if you give it to them at Thanksgiving. So then they have all December to use it. And I know it's Thanksgiving and fall, so we do have these cute little acorn and a little mini charm pack. But look at how cute this garland is. Let's see if I can untangle it. It's super cute. Here, I'm just going to show you like this. You get the idea. Okay, so it's a garland. I totally have knotted up at some point. But you can come to my booth in Puyallup, Washington in November, and you can see it. So that's kind of what we have available for quick gifts. You can always call us or FaceTime us, and we can take you on a tour of the shop if you need anything or if you need to match anything. You can join us on Mondays at 4 on our Facebook page. We try to do demos and techniques and teach you something. And then on Wednesdays, we do have our sale. So join us at 4 o'clock. Today, it's going to be kind of special because we have Carolina Moore joining us, and she's going to be demoing. You can Google her. She she is pretty famous. She made the Scrappy tape go viral on the internet. So that's kind of exciting. She's going to be demoing that. And she's got this great magnifying glass for your rulers that she invented. So she'll be showing us that too. So join us at 4. And that's all I have, Raylene, because I know it's close to 3 o'clock.
Well, just so you know, I sent you a text with what I want. So when you see it, because I unfortunately can't watch the sale because we got to go to church and do the music. So,
Right.
But yeah, there were 3 things that I'm like, I don't need that, and I'm texting going, I want this. Put this in my basket. Send me my basket.
Okay. I'll get
No, that was a lot of fun
first.
stuff. A lot of fun stuff and a lot of stuff that you haven't shown us before. Or that and at the show, I get so overwhelmed looking in your booth trying to find things that I just don't see it all. So
Right. I know that's what's great about Facebook, because you get to see
Yes.
everything up close and personal, and you can ask questions and we can answer them right then and there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hang on because we're going to go to question and answer in just a minute. But first, you know what they're all waiting for?
A code word.
They're waiting for the code words.
I'm glad you waited till after I was done so they didn't get distracted.
Well, I knew they'd leave, so I didn't want that to happen. No. But anyway, so if there's people on here with us that are new, before we tell you the word, I just want to, again, tell you how you're going to enter. I'm going to first remind you, if you do not want to win, please do not enter, because you're keeping someone else from winning a prize when you don't claim them. So be sure that you want to win. Now, what's going to happen is probably by about, it's almost 3 o'clock now. I would say by 4:30, because I have to leave by 4:45. So by 4:30, you'll come right back here to our Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page, and I will post the 5 winners, along with what you need to do in order to claim the prize. Please don't get creative. It's really simple, but please follow the instructions. When you check the page, also, if you see someone and you know them, hey, give them a quick text or whatever, so that they know they got to get over there and check. Okay, so today's secret word, and only type it in one time. One time will get you in. Secret word today is my new grandson's name, and it's Luca, Luca. So how easy. 4 letters is all you have to type in today to get in the door prize drawing. And just a quick reminder before we go to questions that today we are giving away some Laurel Birch socks and a linen towel from Beyond Interiors. We're giving away a Christmas gift basket from Winter Designs. We are getting a Christmas pillow kit from Fabric Chicks, a rotary cutter and a package of replacement blades from Just Notions, and a Wild Wednesday gift bundle from Wild Wednesday Live. So that's what we're looking for today. So go ahead, type in Luca. Don't worry if you mistype. Every once in a while somebody gets worried because they mistyped something, but I know what you meant. We're pretty loosey-goosey around here, so we just go with the flow. So anyway, while y'all are typing that in, we're going to bring our vendors back in. So this would be the time to type in any questions you have for any of our presenters today. Again, if you typed it in earlier, we didn't see it. So be sure you type it in again. And I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. And while you're typing in your questions and you're getting your code word in, I just want to remind you, at Tucson next week, when you come to my booth, you're going to say, I Get Wild with you on Wednesday, and I have a special gift for you. And also at Big Mat Rotary Cutting Surfaces booth. They're right across from me, so it's really easy for you to find both of us. Both of us are going to have a little gift for you. Again, just going to walk up when we're not slam busy and say, I Get Wild with you on Wednesday, and we'll have a prize for you. And then when you are in Puyallup, you're going to do that with Beth and Adele. So just, again, remember that it's only those 2 vendors at Puyallup, and it's only Teresa and I at Tucson. Other vendors that you'll see that you recognize from the show are not prepared to give 50 or 60 people a gift. So it is only for us. And as a reminder, if you're one of the people who bought a Wild Wednesday Live t-shirt, if you're wearing your shirt, you don't have to remember the phrase. But if you're not wearing your shirt, 7 words. It's so easy. Write it down. I get wild with you on Wednesday. Right there, Ron has it on the screen.
I'm a super stickler.
Beth she is. Ron's a little looser with, well, they got close, but he warns them. Okay, if you're headed to Beth's booth, you better know this before you get there. So yes. She's a lot stricter.
And Raylene, sometimes I'll say, okay, I'll cut you some slack if you can tell me my name. But most of the time, you guys don't remember my name. So I know guys, if you don't have the words right and you can't remember my name,
you're not a viewer.
No.
Yeah, we'll encourage you to become one. But in all seriousness, all kidding aside, guys, this is something that Beth and we pay for all these gifts out of our own pocket. We want to give them to you, but we really want it to be something special just for those of you who watch. We always encourage new people to start watching, and usually, we use that as a learning opportunity to tell them how they can watch us. But we also ask, because this has happened at almost every show, if you're kind of waiting in line to get up there and say it, please don't tell the 10 people behind you that don't know what it is. Because again, what happens is then we're going to run out, and then people are going to come on the last day and we're not going to have anything to give them. So we're just trying to keep it fun, trying to keep it fair. Okay. All right. Let's get started on questions. That's a good question, Nicole. Nicole's asking, are any of the vendors on today planning any Black Friday specials, or normally all we do is like a Cyber Monday kind of sale? Anybody planning that?
I am.
Yep. Linda Winter, I knew you would be.
Yeah, I'll post it on my Facebook page.
Great. And I know Just Notions, we will be doing a Cyber Monday. I don't know yet if we're going to do Black Friday, but I know we are doing Cyber Monday. What about you, Beth? You doing anything special?
No, I'm not. I'm not that technical. So putting things on sale, like on my website, is like a nightmare. That's why we do our sales on Wednesday.
Exactly.
Because I have a Sharpie and I have paper. That's as
there
good
you
as
go.
I get, girls.
Hey, they'll take it. They'll take it. And Leanne, how about you guys? Are you doing anything special?
Not us either, just because of the technicality and
right.
And
not a problem. Not a problem. That was a good question, Nicole. All right. Carolyn would like to know, Linda Winter, how much are the box corner templates?
The box and square it, place it. Go on to the next question and I'll look it up and tell you.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh,
prices
and
off the top of my head.
by the way, hi Adele. I saw you popped in. Adele did put the link in the comments to Beth's sell at 4 o'clock today. So just scroll back. Okay, Beth, are those pink and blue gnomes behind
Yes.
you? Can we see one? Those are just nasty.
They are. They're so cute.
They're horrid.
So at
Oh.
4 o'clock, we'll have these on our sale, and we have just the panel, or we have the kit that includes the chenillet. So they're super cute, and they're great for you to make with your grandkids.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're gnomes, so they can't really be that cute. But I guess as
Raylene,
gnomes go,
You're gonna be making gnomes pretty soon because your grandson's gonna be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Granny, I love gnomes."
no,
You got to
no,
get
I
on
will-
the gnome train.
No, can't do it. They creep me out so bad. Okay, let's see what else is going on.
Can I go back to the? Can I give the
Well,
price?
Yes, the price
Okay.
from Linda. Yes.
So the Box of Square Playset templates, there's 5 templates, but 10 different sizes. They retail for $45.99. Oh, great. It's on the screen. $35.99. But when you apply that 20% coupon, you get it for $28.80.
Oh, great deal. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And somebody commented, I forget now because it's already scrolled past, but somebody commented, Beth, that you're special. And I'm not sure if that was really a compliment or not.
You know what? You have to believe in your own head how special you are.
Exactly. And there are a few other gnome haters on there with me. So thank you, Norma, for you got my back.
I know, Katie too. Katie, you're
And
not
Katie-
very nice.
Yes, Katie, I agree with you, Katie. That's what dumpsters are for. Let's see. Does anybody else have any other questions? I don't. You guys did a pretty thorough job today. But again, we encourage you, please, while it's fresh on your mind, and these, the specials are only going to last until Friday at midnight. Although I think Linda's going Saturday at midnight.
Mhm.
So before you forget what you wanted to order, right after the show, just go to their website, make a couple of notes, even if you don't have time to order right away. And again, as a reminder, we're not in the studio next week or the following week, and then we will be taking the Thanksgiving time off. Our next studio show, which we are going to have a special fun sale here. I forgot the date already. It is December the 7th. And December 7th will be the only time we're on for the month of December. We tried to go a little bit later last year, and it was just too close to Christmas, and we just didn't really have anybody watching. And it was really hard for Beth and I, too, because we had so much we needed to get done. So December 7th, and then we'll resume in January. We're going to, be making some changes and kind of reinvent ourselves a little bit. Because like I said, it's been 2 years. Can you believe it, Beth? We've been doing this for 2 years.
It
The
feels
time
like
has
forever, honestly. 2 years is just a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, especially when we were doing every single week. That was a little rough. That was rough. Not when we were off of shows, but once shows started again and we were back on that every week, it almost killed Beth and I both. So, but we're glad that we can continue doing it. We're just working out a lot of details for how we can make effective use of the time when we are able to be on live. So again, guys, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Don't forget Beth's sale. Oops, I think we have another question. A winner design, her code is WWL20 and it's 20% off her website. Yeah, and this again, if you missed any of this stuff, their codes, their website addresses, whatever, go to wildwednesdaylive.com and it's right on our homepage. So we make it as easy as possible for you to find these terrific vendors over and over again. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for today. Again, check back in an hour or so, and I will post the door prize winners today. Special thank you to all of our vendors as usual for their generous donations and their time too. I mean, these are the vendors on here today are people that are always available when we need them, and we really do appreciate their time. It's not just coming on here for 15 minutes. It takes a lot of preparation and planning. So, all right, guys, so that's it. I think it's time to say goodbye. So we'll see you on next week. Bye now.